We welcome you to Brunch with MLS Next Pro on this Sunday morning from Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Training Ground in Marietta. An 80-degree Sunday. But today, it's Atlanta United 2 playing host to NYC FC 2. Both teams in the thick of the Eastern Conference playoff race. A massive 3 points on the line here this morning. Josh Appel with you. Thanks so much for spending part of your brunch with us here in Marietta. Let's take a look at our starting 11s for this morning's match. First for Jose Silva and Atlanta United 2 in this 4-2-3-1. James Donaldson gets the start in goal today for Atlanta. Jonqui, Majoub, Cisse, and Chica on the back line. Gil and Jardines, the defensive midfielders in this 4-2-3-1. Dunbar, Suarez Corey, Dovlo, with Kovac up top. Suarez Corey coming off of his MLS debut just a handful of days ago. And for Matt Pilkington and NYCFC, they're also in a 4-2-3-1 today. McDermott makes his first start of the season in goal. Smith, Aceto, Sachecki, and Lopez in front of him on the back line. Molinari, Flax, the defensive midfielders. Keep an eye on Cooper Flax today. Ponce, D'Souza, Sunjic, and Samb up top for NYC FC 2. All right, so we are just about ready to go here from Marietta. Michael John Tahini is our center referee. These two teams quite literally in similar spots this season. NYCFC finds themselves just outside the playoff cut line in 9th at 28 points. Atlanta in 7th on 30 points. If you go from 7th down to 13th in the Eastern Conference, separated by just 5 points. NYCFC 8 wins, 6 losses, 3 draws. Atlanta United 9 wins, 6 losses, and 3 draws. They have been excellent at home, 5-1-2 this season. But both sides coming off of losses last time out. NYC fell in a midweek, also an early afternoon start against New England Revolution that ended a 5-match unbeaten run. Atlanta United, they went on the road to Huntsville, a team that they had dominated previously this season and had their 3-game unbeaten streak ended. So again, two teams in very similar situations, looking for bounce-back performances here today. See what they put together this afternoon or this morning. Jose Silva's side, Atlanta United 2 in the black, gold, and red. We're just about ready to get things going. Here from Marietta. NYCFC in the white. Two evenly matched sides going at it today. First meeting and only meeting in 2026 between NYCFC and Atlanta United. First of 3 out of 4 at home, make it 4 out of 5 at home. Scratch that. 5 out of 6 at home for Atlanta United today. First of a 2-match road swing for NYCFC before returning home in mid-August. They'll finish the season with quite the swing away from home. So here we go, we're underway. Atlanta United coming off of the 2-0 defeat at the hands of Huntsville. Very physical match that actually ended with a red card being issued. Sanonu has to sit out today. He received a red card after the match had ended. Atlanta conceded 2 second-half goals, 53rd and 70th minute. Gill steps in front of that mass, plays it back to Donaldson, the keeper. Jose Silva said Huntsville was very organized in their 4-1-4-1 and in their low block. Gave Atlanta a ton of issues, blocked a ton of shots in that match, and Atlanta United were not able to get much through and on goal. They decreased a lot of the space in the middle of the field. And Arif Kovac, who erupted for 5 goals in the previous meeting against Huntsville, he was very quiet in Atlanta's last match, and that was a concerted effort by Huntsville to not allow Kovac to get into 1v1 opportunities. They were very aggressive on him, and it paid off. NYCFC, they're off of a 3-0 defeat against New England Revolution. Matt Pilkington said, look, the performance was the problem. We didn't play well. They addressed it on Friday. Felt that they got complacent and comfortable. A difficult moment there for McDermott. Nearly gave it away on his first touch. NYC able to navigate that for the moment as Chica, the former Carolina core, steps up and controls. It's 3-0 at halftime in NYC's last match. Felt that Matt Pilkington did, there was some improvement in the second half, but not enough and not what they're expecting. But overall, it's been an excellent stretch for NYC. Unbeaten in 5 out of 6. As this comes wide. Suarez Corey, who recently made his MLS debut at 17 years old, the flag up here for offside. Now, Matt Pilkington credited the recent run of form to the togetherness of this group, everybody knowing what roles to play. Felt like the New England match was not a reflection of who this team can be, and is. The goal scoring has been shared. Everybody has been contributing defensively, from the back line to the midfielders, the attacking players. And it has shown in the results. He said one of the things that played to their advantage, they spent a lot of time together during the World Cup break, and he felt it really helped this team match. Suarez Corey, make that Dovlo, drives in wide. And a good defensive play to break that up. And McDermott gobbles it in. This is the debut for McDermott. He was helped on that sequence by Kieran Smith. Smith has it again. Difficulty as Dovlo is applying pressure. It is a throw for NYC. Mentioned the Huntsville City match. That was the 30th game for head coach Jose Silva since earning the promotion in December of last year. He's compiled a 15-11-4 record. It's the best all-time record for an Atlanta United 2 coach. This season he became the first Atlanta United 2 coach to oversee 4 consecutive away victories. And again, this Atlanta side, 1 win shy of 10 for the season. And it would make the first time Atlanta has reached double-digit wins in their club's history. This has been an excellent season for them. And they're hoping it gets even better with a playoff berth and a few more wins here before the end of the season. Cooper Flax, he's been excellent this year. For Smith, 1 touch ahead. Ponce. He's watched by Chica. Ponce receives it back. Weaves through the middle. Molinari for Flax. Wide at Sam. He's been excellent for NYC this season. A couple of goals, 3 assists, and now Chica's away with it for Atlanta. Kovac gave it away. Lopez turns back for Aceto on a homegrown contract with the first team. McDermott. Kovac in his grill. And a foul here against Atlanta. James Donaldson for Atlanta. Sends it away. Donaldson making his 5th start of the season. He's got 2 clean sheets in his 4 previous outings. And if you're wondering about the change in start time and the difference for these guys, both sides, I asked both coaches about it. A little bit easier for Atlanta to handle, saying this is their home training ground. They're used to training first thing in the morning. The only difference is they've got an opponent out there with them. Suarez Corey takes a spill, earns the foul. Pilkington said for the road side, it's going to be a challenge in the heat this early. The players will have to find a way to deal with it. Not going to make excuses. This has been a season where they've played in different climates, different start times, different everything. And you can just add this one to the list. Dovlo tried to play with Kovac. NYC had it marked well. Kieran Smith for NYC. Now it's Molinari. McDermott waits on it. It's Lopez now. Wrestling forward on that far side, taken by Dunbar. Dunbar around the edge. Kovac in front. That would have missed the net, but McDermott made the stop anyways. Kovac mishit it with that left foot. How good has he been this year? 13 goals for him in the 2026 campaign. And he is currently the Golden Boot leader in MLS Next Pro. Suarez Corey overran it, and that allowed NYC to get the clearance. Gill. Martinez moves it left. Now it's Chica. Suarez Corey again. His debut with the first team at 17 years old made him the 5th youngest Atlanta United debutant. Curled in, Kovac! Oh, he had a man hanging on his back, and Kovac pounded it home for his league-leading 14th of the season. And the home side are off and running. Dovlo put on the brakes. Gave to Hardines, who curled it back post. And with Cameron Asidio draped all over him, Arif Kovac has his 14th of the year. 1-0 to Atlanta. Scored in the 12th minute. What a season this has been for Kovac. Held in check last week, but could only keep him quiet for so long.
Atlanta United 2, goal scored by number 67, assist by number 67, Enzo Davio. Goal scored by number 39, Arif Kovac.
NYC trying to answer. It's taken away by Chica. Kovac has now scored in 4 of the last 6 Atlanta United 2 matches. This is a guy that Jose Silva said is such a hard worker. Someone who came to the academy last year. Chica. This is going to be a goal kick for Donaldson, but just a year and a half after he arrived into the academy for Atlanta, he is the Golden Boot leader in MLS Next Pro. Jose Silva said he is the first one in, last one out, comes in for extra treatment. He said, look, being away from family last season, it meant Kovac had some trouble adapting to this league and playing here. A little bit of homesickness, if you will. NYC earn a corner. Luka Sunic driving in. Jose Silva really felt this year his defensive game had improved. He's grown a lot. And Jose Silva thinks there is still room to grow for Arif Kovac. Just 19 years old. Bosnia-Herzegovina. Played back post. Comes down for Sam. Played back in by Smith, headed twice and cleared. Say that Kovac, his family, Bosnia and Herzegovina. He grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. We are going to have a hydration break on the half-hour mark due to the heat here in Georgia. Sucheki for Smith. Trying to find Sam. Chika is all over him. And the foul is given, and a free kick is coming. Flack stands over it, along with Camilo Ponce. Flax curls in, back post in a sea of bodies. Atlanta had good positioning. The yellow shown. Kieran Smith is booked. One more look at the free kick. This portion of the broadcast is sponsored by Emory Healthcare. Long down the right side. Suarez Corey had it taken away. Dovlo curls from distance. The shot deflects, comes out in front, but Suarez Corey couldn't make a play, and McDermott able to fall on it. Dovlo with space wide. Back to his right, at least he thought about it. Through Gill. Chica. Atlanta have to reset. NYC pushing them back a little. Suarez Corey for Kovac, who has the goal. Back in the 12th minute. Plays it across. Nobody home. Corner kick coming. Ball played in, back post, punched away by McDermott. Throw in to come. Jean-Qui with the long throw. Before Dunbar could get there, Ponce get to the clear. Another throw in here for Atlanta. This portion of the broadcast is sponsored by Gallagher. Through a little over 23 minutes, possession 54-46 in favor of NYC, but they have not been able to translate that into any shot attempts. Atlanta have 3 shot attempts, 2 on goal, including the tally by Kovac, his league-leading 14th of the season. Some surprising results around MLS Next Pro yesterday. How about Inter Miami 2 finally getting its first win of the season? 2-1 over Toronto FC. Crown Legacy shut out the defending champion Red Bull New York 3-0. Chattanooga with a thumping on Philadelphia Union 4-0. Smith trying to chase it down. Good closing speed there at the end by Dovlo, and in doing so, earns the goal kick. so far has gone how Jose Silva thought it would when we spoke earlier this week. He said, look, they're going to be good on the ball, NYCFC. They like to have it in possession. When they don't, they're aggressive in their press. So far, Atlanta have dealt with it well. Hard challenge. Flax. Let's see if there's a card given. Seems like it's just going to be a talking to. And there is no card given. Suarez Corey lays it forward, Dovlo. Dovlo goes down, whistle blows. And they'll say this happened outside the penalty area. See one more time. Oh, that foul is inside the penalty area. That should be a PK. Instead, the decision is that it happened just outside. And again, no VAR, so they cannot check this. Still a dangerous spot for a free kick, but that absolutely should have been given a PK. Wow. That decision from Michael John Tahini. You could not get any closer to it being in the box, but as we saw on the replay, it looked to be the case. So let's see what Atlanta is able to do in this situation. Chongqui plays it back post on the volley. It's set wide by Jardines. And as we pass the half-hour mark, it is time for a hydration break. Here in Atlanta. All right, so let's take a look back at how we got to this point. 1-0 lead to Atlanta United. Got to go all the way back to the 12th minute. Dovlo found some space for Jardines. He saw Arif Kovac battling 1v1 with Cameron Aceto. And the taller Kovac with Aceto draped all over him, able to pound it home for his league-leading 14th goal of the season. The equivalent of a jump ball. As the umbrellas come out, rain is on the way here in Georgia. Well, that gives us a chance to tell you that this portion of the broadcast is sponsored by Renegade Lemonade. That might be a refreshing beverage on a hot day like today. Both Atlanta and NYC FC coming off of disappointing losses that snapped unbeaten streaks. Both in that log jam for the final playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. We're well past the halfway point of the regular season. 9 matches left after today for Atlanta. 9 matches left for NYCFC. NYC do have a postponed match back in June against Inter Miami, so that will likely have to be rescheduled if it has implications for the postseason. So the hydration break has ended. Got a little over 10 minutes left in regulation in the first half. NYC is still in search of its first shot on goal, shot attempt, period. Ball put back in play. Chica is shielded off by Ponce, and NYC take over in possession. It's Smith. Martinez, who has the assist on the Kovac goal, plays it centrally, comes all the way across. Dunbar fires, and it just rolls wide. And out for a goal kick. Dunbar with that left foot. Uh-oh, Kovac, nearly a disaster for NYC, but McDermott able to get it away. Atlanta, though, still in possession. That did hit MJ Tahini, the center referee, so it'll be a restart from that spot for Atlanta. Gill moves it along. Chica. Dovlo. Back for Gill. First team player. Shub carried it all the way in, had his shot blocked. They tried to spring, but easy play for Atlanta to regather possession. Majub. Cisse. Good ball. It's Dunbar. Dunbar carries. Dunbar. That ends up in the hands of McDermott. Jonqui sent it on goal. Oh, a lot of pace on that ball back to McDermott. And now finally, a long ball to try and spring. Smith races on. Can he keep it in? He does. Smith. Edge of the area. Heavy touch. And that fizzles out for NYC. Again, they have still yet to put a shot in the air, let alone on target. And we have reached the 40th minute. Ponce trades. Ponce to the far side. Track down there. Suchecki. Now it's Flax. Molinari. Aceto. Again, Atlanta just so steady in their positioning. Trying to counter. But NYC take back over. But nobody home for that through ball. in the 12th minute by Arif Kovac. His league leading 14th of the season, the only goal so far in this first half. Flax. Long, over the top, nobody home. Beautiful facility here at Laddie United Training Grounds. Brunch with MLS Next Pro. Ignacio Suarez-Corey, the 17-year-old MLS debutant from a few days ago, finds Enzo Dovlo. Dovlo to his left, drags middle, looking for a lane. Dovlo still has it, and then lost it. He'll be frustrated with that sequence. Down the left side, Shankwi dragged down by Sunjic. The foul goes on Shankwi. Interesting. Cisse, cut off, and earned possession for Atlanta. McDermott, gotta be careful. A little pushing and shoving between he and Shankwi. Jay Tahini going to come over and talk with McDermott. We'll have 3 minutes of stoppage time in the first half. Chica takes away. Dunbar for Kovac. Kovac. Oh, that just went wide. Nearly had a first half brace. Threatening moment here from NYC, but that long shot rolls well wide. So I guess that technically is the first shot attempt of the first half. Comes here in stoppage time of the first half. Tovolo, great ball into the middle. Trying to spring Kovac was Hardines. Molinari. Springs Smith. Smith stays on his feet. Whistle blows, though, as Smith buries it top shelf. Was that an inadvertent whistle from MJ Tahini? If it was, that just wiped out a goal. I don't think the flag was up for offside. And NYC have every right to be incensed here. Well, that is surely onside. Flag doesn't go up. Why would the whistle have blown there? Maybe a foul on Smith, but what happened? I guess they got Smith for a foul. I don't think I've ever seen that. So we're hearing that the decision was a foul against an NYC player, but then why would this not just be a free kick for Atlanta? Bizarre finish to this first half. Ponce, woof. Flax, floats, cleared. And there is the whistle to end the first half. A very confusing finish to the half, and if I'm NYCFC, I am not happy with that late whistle. Regardless, it's 1-0 to Atlanta United at the half. Coming up, we get you set for MLS All-Star Week, including the return of Goalie Wars, plus our first half highlights when we return.
Yeah, boys hear cinnamon, flow tastes sweet like cinnamon. Open up doors, I'm a gentleman. View top floor, I'm still staying ahead of them. Running on fumes and adrenaline. Do what I do best, can't rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions, trying to figure out what sound. Don't worry about what next. Just wanna know what's next. Man, I say it so loud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now. Oh yes, man, I say it oh so proud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Welcome back, Next Pro alum of New York Red Bull, Jeremy Hall, has been named to the MLS All-Star team next week in Charlotte. Let's look back at our visit with this rising star.
Julian Hall, remember the name. It's that man again, Julian Hall. Goal, it goes in. Mehmeti, has he broken through here? Mehmeti across, Hall. Swinging ball towards the back post, it goes. Opening goal for Red Bull New York, Julian Zakshevsky Hall.
Born in Manhattan, New York, Julian Hall found the game the same way a lot of kids in this city do.
I first kind of started playing soccer when I was around 4 years old. I would play a lot wherever I could, if it was a field near my apartment or wherever I could, basically. And I just remember, falling in love with the game and wanting to play as much as I can. There's a main place I would play. It's pretty popular in Manhattan. It's called Pier 40, and a lot of people go there. That's where I played with Manhattan Kickers. It's kind of where I really started to realize I really wanted to play soccer seriously and maybe make it professionally.
That love for the game turned into an opportunity, a move into one of the top academies in the country.
Julian came into our system at U14. I think he played about 3 or 4 games with the U14s. I was a U15 coach at the time, so I was observing those games, and you could see straight away he was a special talent. So he quickly got moved up an age group to play with the U15s that season. Made an instant impact with the older age groups.
The level changed quickly, and so did the expectations.
I was very excited to come in and, show my ability, and, I was playing with my age and I was playing a year up, and the intensity was a different level, I would say, from what I've ever played at that point in my life. So, yeah, no, it's an amazing experience.
Chimueno scored off the bench against Seattle, and Julian Hall with the breakthrough! The Golden Boot leader rises to the occasion, and we've got an electric finish here in the U15 final.
He's one of those players that can get you up off your feet. Like, he's direct, he can take players on, he can score goals from inside the box, outside the box in really different ways, and it would always amaze you how he would find goals in the game.
The next step brought a new set of challenges.
That was the biggest jump for me, going from academy to professional football. The intensity, the physicality, the football, it was all quicker than anything I had experienced before. And, I just thought I did a good job of staying level-headed and not being discouraged about little things.
Working to the midfield, now Gonzalez entering the box, across and a goal! Julian Hall puts the Red Bulls 2 on the board.
I was lucky to be coached by Ibrahim Sakaya, and Bradley Wright Phillips was there a lot of the time as well. They did a good job of helping me progress and helping me not get discouraged and keep going every single day and working hard. The coaching staff really mended me very well.
Like, he's always striving to try and get better at something within games and training. And then, why he adapts well, he's a natural goal scorer.
For Julian, it was about staying level and keeping the work the same.
Jules.
When you go to a professional environment, if you're doing the most amount of work and you're clearly working harder than everyone else, it stands out to a lot of people, and that can be something that separates you from everyone else. If you're a hard worker, that could get you to a lot of places, and I think that's just something that established me when I first came into the first team.
That work and mentality has paid off with the fast start this season.
We're really happy with the way that he's moving himself forward. He has taken the ideas and has really shown that he is picking things up. Obviously, there's the attacking part, his ability to find chances, his ability to take balls on the move, to dribble, to go by guys, run in the box. The part that goes with it is how much work he does for us against the wall, how much pressing, how much sprinting, how much chasing, how much work he does to really make the game difficult on the other team. And so we're really, really happy with the progress that he's made. We're going to continue to push him.
As he continues to grow, so does the chemistry with his teammates around him.
I've known Julian for a very long time now. I see the way he works in training. I'm getting to know him more and more, obviously, as we play together. on and off the field. And then when I step onto the field, I know where he's going to be on the field, what his positioning is like, where he wants the ball, left foot, right foot. And we're kind of growing that connection, which has been going in a really good way, and hopefully, to grow that connection even more.
Mehmeti, has he broken through here? Mehmeti across, Hall! 2-0!
I think it's just the trust with the coaching staff. Coach Michael, he's done a great job with us during preseason and putting trust in me to start the first couple games. It's a lot of credit to him for putting his belief in me. Obviously, I have to go out there and perform to the best of my ability, and thankfully, I've got a couple goals so far. And the goal is to keep progressing throughout the season.
Talent and work ethic have helped Julian's dreams come true faster than even he could have predicted.
I've always dreamt of becoming a professional soccer player, but I never really expected to happen so fast, to be honest. Earlier that year, I was still just playing academy, and I was progressing well, but I never thought it would lead to signing a contract later that year. So it's kind of a lesson there just to be ready for anything, and anything can happen very, very quickly. You really just have to put your all into whatever you're doing, and things can happen. I think a big thing is just self-belief, because when I was playing in MLS Next, I was signing a contract later that season. I had no idea. I did not have a plan on signing that year. That was not in my plan at all. I think things like that can come from just you doing as much as you can, and things will just happen by itself, as long as you're working hard and giving 100% every single day, good things will happen. And, thankfully things came to me that year, and, you gotta be grateful, and you gotta use it as much as you can to your abilities.
Ortiz is onto a cutting, denied by Cruz. And an amazing save by Pedro Cruz. And Pedro Cruz with a third save.
A lot of pressure on the ball, and being hit, what a save!
Saved by Cruz. Pierce cross in front, reflex save by Cruz.
Decent ball in, great save again. My goodness, worldly stop from Pedro Cruz.
Parker John for the equalizer, stop. And saved by Mackey. McGrath, stopped by Will Mackey.
Now sends one in. Oh, Mackey! How did he do it?
Sliding it across. Will Mackey standing on his head.
And he stopped.
It's another great save from Mackey.
Will Mackey said no. Huntsville's Will Mackey and Houston's Pedro Cruz will be there. Will you? Goalie Wars, presented by Old Spice, returns as part of the All-Star Skills Challenge, presented by AT&T on July 28th. And we must mention that multiple MLS Next Pro alums will be on hand to take the field in the 2026 MLS All-Star Game, presented by Chime on July 29th from Charlotte. Here in the ATL, 1-0 on Arif Kovac's league-leading 14th goal of the season. Came back in the 12th minute, and that is the score as it stands at the half. Let's take a look at our upcoming schedule. Friday night, a jam-packed slate. Atlanta United back in action against Carolina Core at home. Inter Miami, fresh off its first win of the season, plays host to Chattanooga FC. Toronto trying to bounce back from that loss to Inter Miami. They'll host first place Columbus Crew. SKC2 and Houston Dynamo. And then Minnesota and Portland, Ventura County, North Texas, and LAFC2 and Rapids 2 round out the Friday slate. All right, let's take a look at our first half highlights here from Atlanta. This was the game's only goal. Dovlo to Hardines. You see, that was decent marking from Cameron Aceto, but Kovac overpowered him and was was able to send it home. Sean Kui later in the half nearly put Atlanta ahead 2-0. And then it was Dunbar for Kovac. Look how close this comes with the left foot. Might have taken a deflection, but it rolled wide, and that is where we stand at the half. We will have second half kick coming up in moments from Marietta. 1-0 to Atlanta.
Yeah. Boys hear sentiment. Flow tastes sweet like cinnamon. Open up doors, I'm a gentleman. View top floor, I'm still staying ahead of them. Running on fumes and adrenaline. Do what I do best. Can't rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions. Trying to figure out what sound. Don't worry about what next. Just wanna know what's next. Man, I say it so loud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now. Oh yes. Man, I say it oh so proud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Welcome back. Getting ready to start the second half here. 1-0 to Atlanta United 2. These teams locked in a tight one, locked in a tight battle for the final playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. 7 through 13 separated by just 5 points. If Kovac has the only goal. See if Atlanta United can close this out here in the second half at home, a place where they've been so good this season. Remember that inadvertent whistle from MJ Tahini at the end of the first half. Took away a goal from Kieran Smith. No subs for either side as we get underway in half number 2. Or do we? Long down the left side. Just one shot attempt in the first half for Arizona. Excuse me, for NYC. And it came at the very end of the half. Possession ended up 50-50. Shots were 6-1 in favor of Atlanta. Shots on target, 2-0 in favor of Atlanta. Dovlo with the clear. Taken back by NYC. It's Flax. For Lopez. Sunic plays it wide. Ponce directs in, cleared away by Majoub. Here come Atlanta. Dovlo. Back to his right. Nice move. Dovlo deflects. Atlanta wanted the corner, but it's a goal kick. Atlanta pressing. McDermott gets rid of it. Flag up here for offside. Kovac fires. It's deflected away. Corner coming for Atlanta. McDermott got a piece. Curled in. High archer. Alive for Atlanta still. Sent in the area one more time, and McDermott, aggressive, comes out to grab it. Now the whistle blows. We might see a yellow here. And we do. Cito launches. Donaldson clears. Daniel Chica ended up getting the yellow. Cito. Majoub for Cisse. Gill taken by NYC. They want to come the other way, but that's too far for Jonathan Lopez. This portion of the broadcast is sponsored by Emory Healthcare. Both teams coming off shutout losses. Atlanta to Huntsville ended their 3-match unbeaten streak. NYC 3-0 to New England Revolution. As this is alive in front, shot blocked from Dunbar. It's 1-0. NYC fell 3-0 to New England Revolution. That snapped a 5-game unbeaten streak. Every point is huge this time of year. 9 matches remain after today. Both teams locked in a tight playoff race as that shot misses wide. And a goal kick to come. Turned over. Here comes NYCFC. Ponce battling with Chica, and Chica just shields him off. That looked like it went over the end line. Rule it did not. It's a throw-in. Ponce. Whipped in over everybody and out for a goal kick. All the way to McDermott, who has been solid in his first outing. In goal. Now numbers potentially. Sam sends it across. Flax couldn't really get a shot away. Now Lopez. Flax again wide. Flax thought about the cross. Lopez. Aceto. Chonqui takes away from Sunjic, and then a foul on Lopez. Wide. Martinez, he has the assist on the Kovac goal back in the 12th minute. Majoub lost it. Regained though by Atlanta. Martinez on the give and go, tried to one touch to Kovac, but he was marked well, and it rolls into McDermott's hands. Chongqui tried to keep that in, could not. So we've reached the 1 hour mark. NYC find the equalizer. They're being outshot 11-1 at the moment. 3-0 on target. All it takes is one moment, and you think back to that end of the first half. Kieran Smith looked like he had the equalizer, but an inadvertent whistle took that away. Then again, Atlanta probably should have had a chance from the penalty spot late in the half as well that ended as just a free kick. This could be the moment, though, for NYCFC, but Donaldson denies. A chance from Gil de Souza. Aceto. Molinari. Ponce with space. Ponce has it taken away. Good step up. Cisse, who got involved, he joins the push. Cisse, his cross is blocked. Dunbar. Atlanta taking its time. Chongqui chases it down. Gil. Majoub for Cisse. Majoub again. Gil Dunbar, make that Hardines for Gill. Kovac is onside, and Kovac buries it. Number 15 for number 39, and he extends his lead in the Golden Boot chase. He is unstoppable. Earlier on his first goal, he was well marked, just made a more physical play. This time, NYC lost track of him, and he does not miss from there. All right, so both teams now going to make changes. Gil D'Souza comes off. Sam out as well. James Bilden replaces Sam.
United 2 goal scored by number 39, Arif Kovac. Assisted by number 56,
Nicolo Rafiades comes in for D'Souza for NYC. Suarez Corey out for Atlanta.
Substitutions for NYCFC 2. Entering the game.
And he's replaced by Aiden Torres.
Exiting the game.
First team.
Gil D'Souza. Entering the game. Number 56, James Bilden. Exiting the game. Alaji Sam.
Bilden trying to make an impact early, could not.
Substitution for Atlanta. Entering the game, number 23, Aiden Torres. Exiting the game, number 56, Ignacio Suarez Corey.
Just to give you an idea, for Arif Kovac, the MLS Next Pro record for goals in a season belongs to Jason Russell Rowe back in 2022 when he scored 21 goals. Kovac is at 15 with 9 matches to play. This portion of the broadcast is sponsored by Gallagher.
Yellow card caution issued to NYCFC 2.
Cooper Flax just picked up a yellow. Numbers here, and it was a deflection, and it still found its way in. Fiades off the bench, onto the score sheet, and NYCFC have made it a 1-goal game here in the 70th minute. Just a bad misplay by Atlanta. Cisse was out of position after Gil tried to play it back to him. Fiades took advantage. Now it's gotten interesting again. A bad mistake by Atlanta. Vafeades has the goal. And for Vafeades, this is his third match with NYCFC2 and his first career goal. Taken away again by NYC, but this will roll all the way in to Donaldson. Donaldson did get a piece of that shot from Vafeades, but it did go. This final 19 minutes of regulation should get real interesting. Kovac, who has two, has that one sent back. Over the top. Building, trying to chase it down. He gets there in time. YCFC looking for the equalizer. It won't come here. Cito overran that. Now finds Flax. In, blocked on the way, sitting there for NYCFC2 on the follow. It's sent high into the forest by Jonathan Lopez. I feel bad for whoever has to go and chase that one down. Maybe they'll get a chance to during this water break. But first, a sub for Atlanta. Liam Butt's going to come on for Arif Kovac. Kovac, another incredible day for him. 2 goals. League leading 15 on the season. As we hit our second half hydration break.
Due to the high temperature at today's match, the referee has indicated a safety and hydration break for the players. The break will last up to 3 minutes. Thank you.
One more look at that last chance for NYC, who have played much better in this second half, despite conceding a second goal. See Lopez drop to his knees, surrender Cobra. He's just fortunate that he doesn't have to go in that forest and chase it down. One more Atlanta substitution during the hydration break. Didi Cibrian will come on. Adrian Gill, who assisted on Kovac's second goal and had the giveaway that led to the Vafiatis NYCFC goal, he will exit the match. Atlanta United are about 15 minutes away from a club record 10th win of the season, and Jose Silva's first full season at the helm as the head coach. This portion of the broadcast is sponsored by Renegade Lemonade.
Substitution for Atlanta United 2. Entering the game, number 38, Liam Butts. Exiting the game, number 39, Arif Kovic. Entering the game, number 81, Didi Cibrian. Exiting the game, number 16, Adrian Gill.
Okay, so back underway after this hydration break. Can Atlanta United hang on for their 10th win of the season and earn a massive 3 points in the Eastern Conference standings? They would jump Red Bull New York 2 into 6th place. And NYCFC would remain outside the playoff cut line. Chicago Fire, after their victory yesterday, currently sits on 30 points, holding on to that last playoff spot. And you've got Connecticut United at 28 points, Philadelphia at 26, and then Toronto and Huntsville each on 25. So again, as it stands now, 7th through 13th separated by just 5 points in the Eastern Conference table. There's a similar logjam out in the Western Conference too. From 5th down to 11th, separated by just 5 points. So we are in for a phenomenal stretch run to this season in both the Eastern and Western Conference. Kovac in the 12th and 66th for Atlanta. Vafiatis in the 70th for NYCFC. Of NYC's 5 shots in this match have come in the second half. Both on target have been in the second half, but they're still being outshot 12-5 and 4-2. Jabari sends it back the other way. Whistle stops play. Player down for Atlanta. They're in the 82nd. It's Mohamed Cisse. He's down and injured. Quite tell what happened. He is back up onto his feet, which is a great sign. Atlanta will make the change. Cisse comes out.
Substitution for 1992.
Damola Brown will replace him.
Exiting the game, number 64, Mohamed Cisse.
Another player down for Atlanta. It's Jardines, who's been excellent today. Jardines trying to play through it. You see him limping there in the middle of your screen. Uh-oh, dangerous time here for Atlanta. Sunic, his shot blocked. Atlanta escaped that. Collision. Still alive here, Butts finds Dunbar. Dunbar back to his left, weaving through. Dunbar centers it! And it's a third for Atlanta United. Liam Butts gets on the score sheet and may have just salted this one away for Atlanta United. Butts came on for Kovac, who had the first two. And Butts with the finishing touch to make it 3-1. Fourth of the season for Butts. It's his first goal since May. He hadn't scored since May 16th at Huntsville. And he gets a huge one here to give Atlanta some breathing room.
Two goals scored by number 38, Liam Butts. Assist by number 70, Cameron Dunbar.
Dunbar gets the assist. Five in a row unbeaten for NYC FC. They're in danger of losing their second consecutive game, having conceded 3 goals in both, but hey, it's not over yet. Ponce makes it 3-2. That ball just floated across by Lopez, and then Ponce back across, finds the back of the net here in the 87th. NYCFC are going to make a couple of substitutions. Kieran Smith comes off. Donis Campos replaces him. Caleb Danquois also enters. He replaces Sunjic. We thought that Liam Butts had put the finishing touches on. But NYCFC have battled back thanks to Ponce's goal.
NYCFC goal scored by number 83,
Ponce's second of the season. Should be a decent amount of stoppage. We have the hydration break and a couple of injuries. Communication you can hear. Header, 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 and it was knotted down to Donaldson. 7 minutes of stoppage time here in the second half. All that separate Atlanta from its club record 10th win. NYCFC find the equalizer. Dunbar just picked up a yellow for Atlanta. Danquois crosses blocked. He has it back. Campos for Danquois. Molinari centers. Suchecki, his shot attempt was deflected out. It's going to be a corner for NYCFC. High arcing ball. Another corner from the other side. It's to Donkwa. Flax thought there was a handball. Free kick to come for NYCFC. Massive moment as Flax has it lined up. Flax turns a corner, deflected off the wall. No shortage of opportunities here for NYCFC to find the equalizer. Remember, they were down 3-1 in the 86th minute. Liam Butt's goal looked like it had been the finishing touch. But then Ponce made it 3-2 as that ball floated, was dangerous. Atlanta survived and get the clearance. Flax. Into that left corner, but a missed opportunity as Ponce couldn't get to it, and it's a goal kick for James Donaldson with 3 minutes left. And the whistle from MJ Tahini.
Yellow card caution issued to number 60, James Donaldson, Atlanta United 2.
The yellow has been issued. It's all the way through. Donaldson picked up the yellow for time wasting. Time running out for NYCFC. Flag up. Play rolls on because NYCFC are in possession. Everybody forward. The cross. Nobody home in white. Stepped up and kept alive. Flax. from distance. And that one's into the forest as well. No deflection. It's a goal kick to come. Now time really on the side of Atlanta. Build in. Nobody home again in white. Dunbar launches. And this might do it. Atlanta can take it to the corner and run out this clock. Butts, who right now is credited with the GWG, battling in the corner, doing an excellent job of keeping this in. And a throw in for Atlanta, and that might just about do it. Waiting on the final whistle from MJ Tahini. And there it is. Atlanta United, win number 10 on the season. It's a club record. And Jose Silva's first season as head coach continues to shine. Atlanta United moves up in the Eastern Conference table, now into 6th place. Now 10-6-3 on the year, 6-1-2 at home. NYCFC 2 drops its 2nd consecutive game. Still well within striking distance, though, of that 8th and final playoff spot. Today's man of the match, who else? Arif Kovac, the Golden Boot leader in MLS Next Pro, scored twice, once in each half in the 12th and in the 66th. Here was number 1. Holds off the defender who was draped all over his back. Here, a little more room. The feed from Gill and the finish in the 66th minute. League leading 15 goals on the season for Arif Kovac, and he is our man of the match, brought to you by Adidas here this afternoon. Well, that'll do it for us here from Atlanta. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Josh Appel. Again, our final score, Atlanta United 3 and NYCFC 2. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Good afternoon, and we will talk to you next time.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.